Uh, Journal entry number 23 or so. Tokyo Open, Tokyo session, August 5th, 2025. Three trades, uh, small green day, but yeah, a couple of things that I didn't like about today. So first trade was short on the Nasdaq. This was a great trade. First of all, I was looking at this high, right? It's 50-minute high on the Nasdaq, price failing to close above those highs, and then on the 15-second chart, I saw this move to the downside, breaking with the structure. I didn't enter here because I was waiting for a pullback. I actually missed this entry right here. When I saw price was already trading here. So I entered on a pullback on a pullback to this previous lows. So very nice zone to enter on a price failure setup. The setup itself was good. I give it a B. Um, Yeah, because the actual entry would have been here. This was the actual setup. The setup that I took, this was an A plus setup, but the setup that I took was a pullback towards this zone. So this is not something that I really trade, but I didn't want to miss the opportunity. And I went only with four contracts here because of the setup that I took. Now, price immediately moved lower, but my targets were, of course, at the next structure low. So execution-wise, also, execution-wise was an A, right? I entered at market, and I held on through this pullback on drawdown, and finally, price broke again with the structure. Should I have added here? Possibly because my stop losses were above the highs, above the failure highs, right? So if I had added here on the close of this candle, with the break of this internal structure, I would have placed my stop losses here, which I did, right? Once I saw this move, I moved my stop losses lower, but I was already in an execution that I didn't like, so I let it ride towards my targets. Actually, I was five contracts deep on this short. I took profits here, right above the previous structure low, moved my stop losses to break even, and then got stopped out of break even for the market just to move higher and higher. Now it's completely breaking with the highs, and even though my idea to short this market was good, my bias at the time was also good. This was just a tiny scalp that I want to get involved. So good trade overall. Now on the Japanese yen futures, two trades, one loss and one win. So a small loss and a small win, which made for my Japanese yen trades break even. So first of all, I was looking at this line right here is yesterday's New York highs. You can see here on the 5-minute chart. You cannot see it on the 15, but yeah, those. Normally, I wait for this setup on a failure of yesterday's New York highs. But after the rally at the Sydney Open and the Sydney session, price was starting to stall here. So I saw the liquidation of the previous highs right here, this range, and I took my shorts on the break of the lows, giving it, kind of a accumulation, manipulation, and distribution trade. I got stopped out. My stop losses were above the highs, and I got stopped out. I only had one contract because I was trading below the yesterday's New York lows. But I was still looking for shorts, right? I wasn't giving up. So second trade, let me just delete this. Second trade, again. on a break of the money line right here. But what I think about this last trade is that not only we broke with the money line, but we broke with also with the trend, right? So double whammy here, and I took my shorts right here. Now, because price was not had not liquidated yesterday's New York highs, and when I saw sellers unable to close below these lows, I just closed my entire position for a small win. Um, and yeah, right now price is moving down. So the Japanese yen is actually moving in my direction. I am not involved in this trade. What could I have done differently? Move my stop losses to break even and let it ride. That could have been um, the correct decision in hindsight, right? In hindsight. But the thing is this, right? The thing is this, that because sellers were unable to close below or the structured low, that gave my trade um, that put my trade in the gambling side of trading in the sense that the failure to move lower, right? On basically what was a reversal trade, just hinted me that this could be the new low before the liquidation of the New York highs and then the actual setup, right? So I decided to close fully here and wait for this to happen, to truly enter with full size. Again, I was only two contracts deep, so with my stop losses above the highs. Also, my stop losses were at exactly the yesterday's New York highs. So with my stop losses here and my execution here, I was actually uh, very mildly on size, right? I was risking only half of my normal size. So, what could have I have done differently? Nothing. I really like uh, my decision to close here and taking the small profits, making this a break-even session trading the Japanese yen futures. Holding on to this trade. Also, this is not my ideal setup. So these two trades, I'm gonna give myself a C on setup, even though I mean, they look good on accumulation, manipulation, and then distribution, right? And then on the break of the entire up structure of the Sydney session, price did not liquidate those New York highs. So because of that, I was uncertain all throughout this move to the downside. Also, I drew down half of my risk. And when price finally gave me some profit, just decided to close it and be done with today's session on a very small green session. So three trades, two wins, one loss. And again, it's very possible that we are going to move higher to liquidate those yesterday's New York highs. And there was no price failure candles on the 15 minute. On the 15 minute, there were no price failure candles on the 5 minute. So yeah, I shouldn't have taken these trades, but I did. So that's why I journaled them.